topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Connected Table Live. We're your hosts, Melanie Young and David Ransom. You're insatiably curious culinary couple. We love to travel the world and bring you the people and places we meet, where we eat, drink, and explore, and hopefully inspire you to step outside your comfort zone and explore the world and savor it like we do, because we're insatiably curious.
We are.
And we're going to try something new today. We don't have a guest.
We don't have a guest.
Sometimes
it's just us.
Happens, just us, but we're doing something kind of fun.
Normally when we go on a trip, it's to another place, to another
Right.
country, to another to a winemaking region, and we report on what we find while we're there and usually have a guest on to talk about them making their wines. Well, this one's a little different because the trip that we took was to Trader Joe's to find out what kind of wines they have there. And so today we're reporting back on that.
So here's the premise. We're trying something new. And if you like this format, we'll do more of them. But we like to mix it up. We've been doing this for 12 years. So we all know that wine consumption is down, wah, wah, and people are drinking less. But people are also watching their pocketbook.
Mhm.
Yet they just want to enjoy wine. They don't want it to be complicated. You know, for everyday drinking, David and I like to just have everyday wine that we can enjoy. Sure, we like to go into our cellar and grab, like we did last night, that 1997 Brunello di Montalcino. But that's not every day.
No, we drink everyday wines just like everybody else.
Yeah. You know, whether it's on the porch or at the pool or a casual meal or whatever. And we're on a budget. Hey, we're journalists like you. We're on a budget. So we decided that we would follow what we do anyway. We would go to Trader Joe's, where we do a lot of shopping. Here in New Orleans, there's wine sold at many supermarkets, but we tend to go to Trader Joe's. There's some other wonderful as well as very good wine shops who are our friends. But for this economical, I don't say budget, economical everyday wines, we'll just go pick some up at Trader Joe's. So we're going to walk you through 12 wines and maybe a bonus 13. Wines, white. We decided to start with white. White wine sales are up right now, and it's still hot in New Orleans. And they're all under $10.
Actually, they're under $9.
Yeah.
So even more of a bargain. So we picked up a dozen wines at Trader Joe's while we were there, and we thought we'd give this a whirl. And all of them were $9 or less. Most of them were around $6 or to $7.
Mm-hmm.
So really good deals. And all of them were from Europe. We didn't try any of the American wines.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. We try to steer away from your basic Chardonnay, whatever. We tried to find wines that had a sense of place the best we could. We know these are probably all manufactured somewhere, but a sense of place was important. We chose white because white wine sales are up, and frankly, we don't have a lot of white wine here at our house. So, and it's hot, so we want to drink white wine.
It doesn't seem to last long.
It doesn't last long. You know, it's still hot. It's October 1 and it's still in the 90s, and we just like white wine. And I think a lot of our colleagues and friends will agree that if you just want something light and aperitif, you want to start with something white, and also with all that Asian food.
Now, Trader Joe's does sell more expensive wines,
yes,
and wine and brand names that you would know, but they have a lot of wines that I'm assuming come from cooperative wineries, winemaking facilities that are inexpensive and made in the regions that they come from,
mm-hmm.
and very inexpensive, but also very high quality.
And many of these, doing our research, and we looked at a couple of sites. We're not the first to review wines from Trader Joe's. Reverse Wine Snob, who's a wonderful writer and a friend of ours on Press Trips, has done a great job too. But these wines, again, under $10, and many are exclusive to Trader Joe's, which means they have a deal. And you're right, it could be a cooperative, whatever. But looking them up and doing a research, there's some interesting producers in here as well. And David's right, there are wines that are more. And there's a whole category of reds, which we didn't try because we thought we'd start with white.
Maybe we'll get to that this winter.
Well, if you like the show and give us feedback at the Connected Table on Instagram or write to us and tell us you like this, we'll do some other ones. It's just a little step outside our comfort zone of interviewing leaders in the industry.
So the wines came from a variety of countries. A lot were from France. There are 12 wines. So a lot came from France. 13, sorry. Came from France. We had also a couple from South Africa and some from Germany as well.
And Austria.
And Austria and Italy. All good wine producing countries.
And we haven't tasted them all because it's a lot of wines. We've tasted about half. But we're going to hold the bottles up. Now, it's a little cumbersome because they're right behind David's computer, but we're going to talk about them. And we're going to start with France.
But I think we should cheers first.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Because day drinking with David and Melanie.
Yeah, and we are going to try to taste a few as well.
Very nice. So let's talk about the first one, shall we?
Yes.
So this is a J.L. Quinson Les Abbatiales, Macon Village from 2023. This was one of the more expensive ones. I think it was like $7 a bottle.
And it's what I think the only 100% Chardonnay we actually opted for.
This is it. It's actually up in the background too, but this is an actual bottle. The Macon Village Chardonnay 2023. Macon Village is all Chardonnay.
Right. And where are we talking about in France?
We're talking about
Burgundy,
right.
The southern part of Burgundy. So what's really neat about, Burgundy wines to the north are very expensive, but to the south, also 100% Chardonnay, the Macon has some gems, really great gems. My dad, who was a wine educator, always said, go for the Macons if that's what you want.
If you like French Chardonnay.
If you like French Chardonnay. And it's very different.
It is in Burgundy, but it's a lot more expensive or a lot less expensive than the good white Burgundies that you get from some regions. Now,
we did taste this wine because we love this wine. And it's only 13% ABV, which interestingly, David, is the highest of the ABVs. Most of them are 10 to 11 in this group.
Yeah.
It is, basic, fermented in stainless, aged in stainless, 8 to 10 months stirring on the lees to soften it. It's fairly classic and very enjoyable. We did drink this one, and it would pair with a lot of things.
Yeah, and Macon Village tends to be easily pairable because that too, and it doesn't spend a lot of time in oak. Most of them.
No, this is stainless.
They do it all. They do it all in stainless, so it's really expressing the Chardonnay grape.
Yeah, but the lee stirring softens. It's a very pleasant wine, and you can't beat it. How much was this? $8.99.
I think it was $6.99 or $7, something like that.
Yeah, I mean we didn't keep.
It depends on what state you're buying in, because the prices do vary by state at Trader Joe's for the wines that you get that we're talking about. So
so we're in New Orleans.
So if we're talking $7.99 here, or it could be $6.99 somewhere else.
Yeah, or whatever, maybe more in New York. Who knows? Fun fact: Trader Joe's, where we go in Metairie, just opened a big location, and it was huge news in Mid City. So it's a big store here. Anyway, that was the Macon. Then we're continuing through France.
First, what do you think about the wine?
I liked it.
Good.
I liked it. We had this earlier, and we had it. I think we had it with a chicken. I can't remember
nice citrus notes. Nice little lemon character. A little bit of apple in there too. Green apple.
It's nice. I can't remember. We had
nice acidity to it. I think all these wines have good acidity.
They all have good. Most of them have good acidity. Yeah, most of the ones we've tried. I've always liked Macon.
So that's the J.L. Quinson Les Abbatiales.
And in general, if you're looking for an affordable wine from this area of France, Macon is a good bet. There's probably others. Like I said, we went to Trader Joe's.
And this one's pretty average for a white wine. It's about 13% alcohol.
Yeah, there's a little dry, fruity, floral, that wonderful blend. Now we're taking you completely somewhere else in France, which I think is one of the most versatile regions.
Oh, yeah.
Period. It's the Loire Valley. And I think we have 2 wines from the Loire in this mix.
We actually have 3.
3? Okay.
And we're going to go west to east in the Loire Valley, not east to west, which some people would think we go downstream. We're going to go upstream.
Yeah.
So the first one we're going to take you to is the Vignoble La Chateau Muscadet Sèvres et Maine, which is a Surly aged Muscadet. Muscadet's grape is Melon de Bourgogne. Super high acidity, lots of citrus notes. A wine that you and I love to drink during the summer. Yeah. And it's still summer here, that's for sure.
And it's $6.99, 12% ABV. Now, Muscadet is, as David said, closest to the Atlantic. When we went to this area, We went to the oyster beds because it's a classic pairing with fresh oysters, which get here
right
in
out on the
Louisiana.
Atlantic Ocean.
Absolutely, just loves the seafood, loves it, and also any kind of fish dish. The sur-lie is really important because that means it's stirred on the lie, which softens it up because it's a very crisp, dry, high acid wine.
It was fun when we went and visited Muscadet, which was I think 4 or 5 years ago. We went out to the oyster beds, and they actually had a food truck in the form of an old Citroën delivery van that they had converted into a food truck, and they were serving us oysters that were literally coming out of the oyster beds right there.
This is a
drinking Muscadet.
This is perfect, a great pairing. Aperitif wine as well. It's just got that wonderful crisp, dry acidity, as we said. A lot of lemon characters, a little bit of grass, definitely a salinity because you get that sea breeze. And you always look for Sèvres et Maine and sur-lie. That's a characteristic of this area. Again, the grape is Melon de Bourgogne. What's neat about the Loire is they'll have different grapes in east and west.
It's definitely a favorite region of mine in France, for sure.
Yeah.
And, most of the time, Muscadet is served young, but it has a ability to age for a long time, depending on how they make it.
This is a 2023.
So this is a 2023, but I've actually had 25-year-old Muscadets that have been popped open for me, and they're still drinking beautifully.
That's right. We did taste some age. This is a terrific wine, and the price point $6.99 ABV. If you're into that, I am 12% because on those hot days you do not want a high alcohol wine. The second of the two Loires that I think that's because that one is the Touraine. So this is Vignoble Touraine Sauvignon Blanc 2024. From the Central Loire. I'll hold it. He said to hold it. There we go, right there in front. And so the Loire Valley is, the Loire Valley is known for Sauvignon Blanc. You've got your Central Loire, you've got your Eastern Loire, which is the Sancerre, Steelier. This one is
a little bit in the middle.
Yeah, this one, it was vibrant. You either love it or you don't, because it's very intense. It's more in your face than the ones to the eastern part,
so
the flintier ones. It's got a lot of citrus and very pronounced acidity, a lot of floral notes, a little bit of pépé de chat, that grassiness. There was lemon and there was glass, but not lemongrass.
It's classic Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, it's pretty classic. A lot of pronounced citrus and grassy and hay, very classic. And goat cheese, leeks vinaigrette, grilled seafood. One of the suggestions from the back of the bottles, they say maybe Italian sausages, kind of fattier. It's an interesting area. The region is called Touraine. It's a sub-region of the Central Loire, where you're going to find Sauvignon Blancs. We've been there. And it's a major, it's eclipsed by Sancerre, which is much more prestigious, and the wines are more expensive and very different because you're going to get more of a flinty note. They're all part of the Massif Central. I don't think we have another, I think we're moving into the Languedoc now.
I think we are. We don't have a Sancerre to try, which would be the eastern end of the Loire Valley, but that's also Sauvignon Blanc.
Well, they're also very popular and probably at a higher price point, but if you can get your hands on an affordable Sancerre, grab it, because that's really the best Sauvignon Blanc in the Loire. And even though we don't have one in the bunch here, if you can find a Chenin, which is the other great white of the Loire Valley, go for it. We will talk about some South African Chenins further on in this episode. Now we're going to take you to the Languedoc, which is the southwestern part of France. Again, David and I have been to all these regions. The Languedoc used to be like the center for bulk wine, right? It's like it produces like a lot of bulk wine, and probably got a short shrift for that reason in terms of the wine's reputation. But we had the chance to visit Languedoc-Roussillon on a hosted trip and learned a lot more about the region and the quality wines and the unique wines in this area. And there's some really nice wines. The one we have is a classic.
There's some wonderful small producers, family-owned producers down in the Languedoc and Roussillon in southwestern France. And Languedoc is, I think, the second largest wine region in France.
Yes.
And it produces a lot of wine. A lot of the non-classified wine, or the Pays d'Oc, comes from that region. If you have that in your purchasing repertoire, shall we say. some very good wines down there as well. And one of my favorite regions, one I've written a lot about, is Picpoul de Pinet, which is down in it's along the coast, just kind of north of Perpignan, and in kind of the curve of the French coast. And it's just wonderful stuff. Picpoul, very acidic, very fruity, nice salinity to it because it's literally right on the coast.
And it's near a famous lake, the Tang Lake. So there's a whole region around there. Picpoul actually means lip stinger.
Yeah.
So Picpoul is when the hens would go pecking in the gravel, and they called it the lip stinger. The wines are sourced from higher elevations of the Picpoul de Pinet appellation.
Yeah.
It's always in. What's interesting about Picpoul is the bottle. Again, I'll hold up. The bottle is always green with this. You really can't see it on the screen, but it has a Maltese cross. There's a symbol of all Picpoul de Pinets from this appellation. It is crispy. These are always crispy and refreshing. I love them. They're always really reasonably priced. I think a lot of times I did an article for a wine magazine where they asked me to compare it to Pinot Grigio. I think it was like, if you like Pinot Grigio, try Picpoul.
Well, I think this one's a lot more. Picpoul is very, very aromatic as well.
Much more aromatic.
You kind of get that garrigue character to it, the herbal notes that you find in the plantings that are in that region. It's a dry region with a lot of scrubland,
yes,
as well on the coast. So you kind of get those notes in the wine too. I love Picpoul.
Well, and I think it's important to underscore that most of the Picpoul is in this appellation. You can get a little bit of it also in the Southern Rhone, and I know it's one of the umpteen grapes in the in the blends of certain wines there, but it is predominantly from the Languedoc area. And if you do go there,
and really grown in that one region,
get some, enjoy it with oysters. See, again, these are white wines, so we're talking seafood, fish, a lot of this wonderful Cajun wines and dishes and Creole dishes we have here in Louisiana, really terrific. And we're still staying in the Languedoc with this Netch wine, which we have an empty bottle because we've already had it.
We had this. We had the other night for dinner.
Yeah,
it was great.
Here, I'll try to hold it up, and it's hard because we're on a screen. We don't know if you can see it or not, but we'll have all these on our blog.
This the next one's also in the Languedoc in southwestern France, called Maison Barbulot La Comptine, and it's a 2024 vintage, and it's 70% Chardonnay, 30% Viognier. Nice blend, in my opinion. Yeah.
This has got a lot more aromatics because of the Viognier. I happen to love Viognier. It gets more aromas of peach, pear. We've been eating a lot of pears lately. White flowers, more a little bit of so you get more stone fruit as well as the citrus. Very tough. I don't know. It's basically fermenting in tanks.
It's in concrete tanks.
Yeah,
and then they're blend. The wines are fermented separately and then blended after fermentation, and then it doesn't spend any time in oak.
Right.
It's a nice wine. We actually had it with salmon the other night. And it turned out to be a beautiful wine pairing for that.
I'm reading in the back of the bottle because I always have pairings here. They're like, try it with barbecue. So, that means spicy Cajun for us. So this one's called Maison Barbulot. The retail on this one, $5.99, and because I'm a stickler, 13%.
I think we paid $6.99, but I can't find the receipt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We can't find the receipt. Can you imagine? Whatever.
Anyway, so we like this.
Yeah. We like that one.
This can come back in the house.
Yeah, it can come back in the house.
Yeah, in fact, they all can.
Yeah. Well, so far so good.
Those were all the wines that we had from France.
Yeah.
So now we're going to head to Germany for a couple of wines. I think we had
Austria.
I think we had 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
this one's in our glass.
Yeah.
The one in the blue.
So we're going to talk about the Emma Reichart.
Yes. Emma Reichart.
Riesling 2024.
Well, and we have the Gewürztraminer in our hand. We drank the Riesling. We don't have the bottle.
We did.
That's one of our regular ones, by the way. We like this wine a lot.
And according to my brother, it's one of his favorite buys when he goes there too.
Yeah.
So shout out to my brother, Bob,
yeah.
who loves the Emma Reichart as well.
What we have in our hands is the Gewürz.
So this is Gewürz.
It's warm, so we can't taste it. Yeah. So it's 100% Gewürztraminer, and it's a medium dry. They say pair it with a Gouda goat cheese. The Riesling, which we have tried, has got a little bit, tiny bit of residual sugar. I'm sure this has more.
Emma Reichhardt is a producer and based in Pfalz,
Yeah.
which is in Germany.
Yes.
And so Trader Joe's carries two of their wines, the Gewürztraminer and the Riesling, which are really two traditional wines from that region in Germany. Very nice.
11% ABV.
Yeah. Low alcohol, crisp, fruity, a little bit of aromatics to them.
Both of these are good with Asian dishes. Like I said, we haven't had the Gewürz yet. We've got to chill it up. We couldn't get it all done. But the Emma Reichhardt Riesling is really one of our regular buys at Trader Joe's.
Can't go
and
wrong.
it's like $6.99, right?
No, I think it's less. It's
No,
like
$5.99. Sorry, $5.99, 11.5%. A lot of green flavors with that.
So the next one
is in our glass.
The blue bottle is the one that we're drinking right now. And it's also from Pfalz in Germany. And it's the Joseph Handler Riesling. It's the blue bottle behind us, and then here's a shot of it.
Yeah. And what can we say about this one? 10% ABV, $6.99.
Super low.
It's got a little bit of RS in it from what I'm tasting.
Yeah.
Little honey, vanilla, aromatic.
This one's a touch sweeter. The Emma Reichhardt Riesling is really bone dry.
Yeah.
And which is one of the reasons I like it so much. This is got a touch of fruit. A touch of sweetness to it, which kind of softens it up a little. It's not quite as high in the acidity as the Emma Reichhardt is, but still a very nice one. I'm thinking we could have this with those dumplings that we just had for lunch.
We just had dumplings for lunch. We should have just had this with the wine, but we actually don't drink during the day, so we're pouring.
Delightful.
I would do some cheese with this too, like goat cheese, but really a lot of Asian and Indian dishes would be really, really, really great. Okay. What's the next one?
We're going to Austria.
This one we've opened and had, so we are not opening it.
Well, I bought a bottle before we decided to do this show, and we drank it for dinner. I said, you know what? Let's just do all the Trader Joe's wines that are under $9.
Right? This was
what inspired us.
So what do we have here?
So this is Doris and Leopold Gruner Veltliner, and this is from Austria. And Austria's main white grape is Gruner Veltliner, and it's had a lot of favor over the years and continues to be a very well consumed wine in the United States.
The Gruner's, it's Doris and Leopold. The name is Dam, Daham, and that means at home. 12.5%. It's very light bodied. Got some great apple, grapefruit. A lot of nice slap of minerality. Again, we eat a lot of seafood here, so it's one of our usual grilled shrimp or grilled fish or sautéed fish dishes. They also recommended, but we've not done a kind of a vegetable risotto.
I think what I like about
screw top
Gruner, well, I like screw tops. That's easy. But what I like about Gruner Veltliner is that it's got a nice viscosity to it. It's got heft and structure to it.
We've been drinking a lot of Gruner when we go out. It's also been fairly affordable when we go out in the.
That tends to make it a really good food wine too.
Yeah. If anyone's listening out there, we haven't been on a wine trip to Austria, so we're going to do a shameless request. Invite us, please, because I'd like to go to Austria, Germany, and immerse in the wines there. We haven't done that on either, and it'd be really a great way for us to do more, right? Now, of course, we're going to go to the land of where we go more frequently in love and are always grateful to visit. This one. Is it a screw top or I was going to say we could taste it because my glass is empty.
Oh, no, we'll just pour you something.
Yeah.
So this is Soave. This is from Italy.
Love.
And so we've been to this region a couple of times, the region of Soave. It is a region, not a wine. And
the DOC.
And this is the Casa Ponte, which is a Soave Classico.
What does that mean exactly for anyone who knows? Classico means it's a very delineated area.
Correct.
Where some of the best grapes are grown. Can I hold it up again? I want to just discuss the cute bottle. The bottle is adorbs. It's got a dachshund holding wine. It's a very cute bottle. This is a 2024. And the grape is Garganega. Garganega is the grape. It's Soave DOC. It's light, dry, and zesty. And when we told a wine friend who imports wine, we were doing this. He said, I hope you've got a Suave in there. And we were like, yeah, we do. This one is 12% ABV and $6.99 at Trader Joe's. And I just want to underscore, we got no special deal at Trader Joe's. I actually went up to the manager and said, we're doing a show. You want to give us an industry discount? And they're like, no. So we paid for our wines. We spent under $100 because that was our budget. And we're doing this just because we want to share it with you and have some fun and say, go out and have some fun with your wines. And you may find this at other stores where you live and retailers. We've asked our wine friends to suggest more, but we just focused on Trader Joe's. Yeah. That's where we shop. And what did you just pour in my glass, David?
That's the Peak Pool.
Oh, okay.
So we're one behind on what we're talking about. We're two behind. But again, the Peak Pool's just a lovely wine.
It's nice. It's got a bite. It's a little more minerally than fruity.
So let's talk a little bit more about the Suave. Suave is just south of Lake Garda in the northern area of Italy. And the wines, there's a lot of wine made in that area. A lot of it tends to be red as well.
Yeah, like Cardellino.
But the white wines from there, and Garganega in particular, just make some of Italy's classic white wines.
I think it's a terrific area.
Suave Classico.
Yeah. I wish we could open that one and taste it.
Well, it comes with a cork, and I'm not going to deal with that.
Oh, we've been bringing corkscrew. Some of these have corkscrews. The European ones do. The next wine, another great white to try. It's grown in many areas of Italy, but mainly you'll find most of it in Toscana, as is this one. It is the from Poggio alla Casoni estate in Tuscany. It's called Terra di Casoni Vermentino. It's a 2024, 12.5% ABV. I think Italy just does such a great job with Vermentinos. And
Melanie, tell everybody how much you like Vermentino.
I love Vermentino. But I love a lot of Italian white wines. I'm going to just say right now, when I first started in the wine business, I knew more about the reds and was like, the whites, because I was having cheap whites coming in from Italy. But the more I have traveled and visited different regions, so many of the white wines have sung to my soul and created a sense of commitment to the whites of Italy.
And I think if you were going to say that there's a classic white grape for central Italy, it would probably be Vermentino.
Yeah.
Whereas Pinot Grigio and Garganega from Suave are more northern Italian, although there's a lot of Pinot Grigio grown everywhere.
Yeah.
But they really come from northern Italy. Vermentino is central Italy, also Sardinia, that island off the west coast of Italy. But all throughout central Italy, you'll find Vermentino. This is Tuscan.
Yeah, and it's a screw top, but it's got a stone fruit in it. You're going to get a lot of minerality and stone fruit salinity because you're so close to the sea. The Sardinia Vermentino de Gallura is just it's a DOCG, and if you can get those, they're going to be more money, but they are special. This one is, I don't know where in Tuscany it is, but it's probably closer to Maremma area in the sea because that's where most of the wines for the better Vermentinos are. They're saying, of course, in the pairing, I love the pairings the wineries recommend. Go with crostini, light pastas, salumi. It's always the same. Anyway, this is a good everyday wine. Vermentino in general is a good everyday wine. And this one was $7.99. So one of the more expensive.
Yeah, it was more. It was one of the more
12.5%.
The most expensive one we bought. So that's what we've got from. Well, we have one more from Europe, which is the Vino Verde, the Esperal Vino Verde, which we literally buy all the time.
We drank it.
I buy this. I buy this by the 6-pack.
Yeah, we drank it.
We drink it all summer, and it's just a wonderful wine. Esperal Vino Verde. What I love about this wine is that it's only, and it's from Portugal, by the way, it's only 9% alcohol. So you literally can
drink it all day.
Drink it all day, like drinking a session ale.
It's like session ale,
but it's wine.
Peppy. It's a peppy wine. So Vino Verde is a region, and the grape is Alvarinho. Alvarinho versus Albarino in Spain. It's Albarino. It's a peppy young wine exclusive to Trader Joe's. And it's in northern Portugal, and a lot of green apple, a lot of acidity. Really, it's a great salad, picnic, sandwich. I mean, it's 9% ABV and $4.99 retail. You can't even get a coffee for that amount now. I went to go check out a coffee because it's like coffee day and coffee this and that right now in New Orleans. And coffees are like $5 a cup. You can get this entire bottle for $4.99.
And it's much more fun.
Yeah. This is great with stir fries.
Anyway, so that's the Vino Verde. There's I think 4 main grapes that go into Vino Verde. Alvarinho is one of them.
Yeah.
And I toured the region in 2018. And it's a beautiful area. It's
Do we know if this is a blend?
North of Porto, probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's north of Porto and south of the Spanish border in Portugal. It's just a beautiful area.
I've never been.
Lots of fun. Good wines.
But we know the people who handle the wines in Vino Verde.
Yeah. So now we're going to jump continents.
Yeah. Completely.
And we are going to try 2 wines from South Africa.
One we've tasted, one we've not. Is this cold? No.
And we are... they're both Chenin Blanc or Chenin Blanc blends. Actually, they're both Chenin Blanc blends.
Chenin is a major grape, also known as Steen in South Africa.
And the first one we're going to try is the Mbale. And it is, see if I can get it to pull up on the screen here.
He told me to, our engineer's like, hold it in front of your face. There we go. It's 79% Chenin, 21% Viognier. Isn't that funny? Like 79, not 80. And 21% Viognier, $5.99, 2024.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. You're going to get, because you're going to have the Viognier, you're going to get a lot of more floral, stone fruit, peach pear honey, elements that are very akin to Viognier, but you're also going to get that tropical notes and of the Chardonnay.
So this is Western Cape of origin,
which is where most of the largest wine
which
region.
Is really the largest wine region. Kind of it blankets all of the areas surrounding Cape Town.
What's the ABV on this, David? 13.5%.
13.5. So this is a little higher.
We've been to the Western Cape. It's gorgeous. We'd like to go back and spend more time in South Africa. We're big fans of the wines there.
Yeah, we didn't go there for wine as much as we went there for wildlife.
Yeah,
which was a lot of fun.
This one we drank.
So this next one and the last one in our little setup here is the Delicious Monster, which is from the McGregor family in South Africa.
I'll hold it up. Hard to hold. Anyway, we'll put these up on the connected table. This is a 60% Chenin, 20% Muscat, and 20% Chardonnay. This had a lot of aromatics to it.
This was a lively wine.
It was a lively one. It was good. It was
lively
very,
and acidic.
I hate the word very refreshing, my dad was, but it was a lot of tropical and stone fruit. Obviously a little bit of residual sugar. The Muscat, really, really terrific. I don't think we had the right pairing with it. I would have this with Thai food. Thai food all the way, but or goat cheese, tomato pasta dishes. I think we probably had it with salmon because that's all we seem to eat right now at home is salmon. But what can I say? Because when we're not at Trader Joe's, we go to Costco and get the big slabs of salmon.
Or we go to our local fish market and we get all the local fish, which we do on a regular basis.
Love
so you're not really being fair to your cook, your in-house cook. That would be
my in-house cook. We do. We have a wonderful, what's the name of the place? We have Schaefer's Seafood. They are so amazing. They're right by the lake. We love. Yeah. Yeah. Is that it?
That's it. We did it.
Can we have a glass of something else?
Yes, this one.
This is the one in my glass is the pig pool. I already had it. So we're going to list all of these wines on theconnectedtable.com. And like I said, we get nothing from this other than the joy of sharing it with you. We'd love to hear from you to see what you have to say. If you like this concept, we'll do one with reds. We'll do some with sparkling. I don't know if we'll find sparkling wines as low in price, but we'll keep exploring. Right?
Yes. The one thing we didn't try was the pumpkin spice Chardonnay.
Ooh. Yeah, there's some weird ones out there.
I think that was $5.99 too, but I have principles.
You know what we did try and didn't like, but a lot of people do, is the sparkling almond. They do an almond sparkling wine at Trader Joe's. I thought it was weird, but some people like it. We can't we can't criticize other people's tastes, because if somebody
No
likes
reason to.
something,
Why-
it's their choice.
Because I've been saying for 25 years that if wine is good if you like it. Yeah, so if you like it, then it's good for you.
Well, I like shopping for wine with you.
Yeah. I like drinking wine with you.
Yeah. So we'd like to drink wine with more of you. So tell us what you think about this show.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do another one like this.
Absolutely. All right.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us as you've been listening and watching us on the Connected Table. This show is 12 white wines for under $100 that we picked up during a visit to Trader Joe's. Thank you, David, for paying for it. and thank you all for watching. We want you to remember that we're here to help you step out of your comfort zone and expand your eating and drinking and exploring horizons all the time, which we try to do. We have a lot of fun doing it. But you know, it's even more fun doing it with you, and even more fun sharing it with all of you. So always stay insatiably curious, and thank you for joining us.